We wouldn't have local brands. We'd probably do like, screen printing on a shirt. You'd probably get your own logo, but it would still be an ASICS shirt. I don't think there's a lot of localism around brands.
No,
if that's what you're asking.
It's not like co-branding. It's just
they buy a bunch of shirts. You just buy a bunch of tech shirts, or
I think
ASICS
those are all in those
Yeah.
major city like marathon things, like Paris, always with fashion, DJ, music, things like mixed together. So young generation love that. But there's really there are so many new brands came out.
But there are a couple clubs. I'm sure like New York Road Running Club as an official Nike or Reebok or ASICS or whoever it is, and maybe a couple clubs around the country. But all the small ones, it's just
they buy the shirts.
Whatever you can find, like a cheap shirt that is good, whatever.
And you'd probably get like your local, like nutrition store to cover the cost of the T-shirts or something like that. I don't think the brand would be interested. Yeah, they wouldn't be interested enough in a club on that scale. I think in the U.S. it would have to be monstrous to really.
他讲的可能在美国的俱乐部的规模不足以这样。
But anything is an opportunity. I mean, like if you were the right brand, and there's a couple areas I could just see where you have like really healthy, like certain brands going for like to be the partner of the club, like the team, like whether that's like a club in like university or high school sports or adults, where they have robust programs for screen printing, and like have a small discount, like. But there's opportunity for brands to do that even more.
Yeah, I think that they just want such scale. They want just unlimited money, not.
Yeah, I think it depends on the scale of the club members and also the voices influence on internet. So these are kind of combination. I just heard the story. I'm not sure is it true, but normally I gonna spend summertime in London, so I have some friends there, and SOAR, SOAR, the running shirt. It's about just 3 or 4 million. But some investors are trying to get in maybe 10 times or more than 10 times, value their 10 times their revenue. It's not profit, it's revenue. So I think it's like about the philosophy, the culture, or maybe the influence of something. Some big brand or like big company, I think that would be a change. So that's why those brands are all born from Paris and London.
你觉得SOAR是一个比较典型的从社区
there's Rafa, SOAR, there's all might be going down, but also acquired by some big companies.
But SOAR was an interesting example because I know, for example, that they do screen printing and like pretty sure part of their model is to be nimble and be able to, they can sell some online, maybe a couple specialty stores, but I have no idea what the revenue breakdown is, but they do a significant amount of custom apparel. So just
but now they're vast. Is really popular, and also I don't know. Sometimes they have their co-branding, with each brand, like
that's such a thing right now.
I don't know. They sometimes just try to show their more like independent store, small scale things, like some rich people gonna buy that.
I mean, like right now, and these are owned by even bigger companies, but Hoka and Ultra, they have a bunch of co-branded shoes with high-end apparel companies and high-end cycling apparel companies, and or some Japanese specialty mountaineering company. You're just like, you're trying to be cool,
trying to reinvigorate the brand without actually doing a rebranding. It's just kind of like a marketing shortcut almost.
But you're just selling sometimes to their super fans of other company.
Yeah. 所以说有一些可能对于亚洲的市场是有作用。
对，像这种就可能对。但是这一波
So that's the quite difference. Like in Asian market, many people buy for that. like satisfied running.
Yeah.
All car.
I know some of the
You
things
got
were like,
the-
what?
Yeah.
Same time. The fatty lights. Satisfied.
but different color. It's limited edition.
Oh, it's slightly lighter. Slightly lighter. Yeah.
We want you to cover this too. It's so exciting.
Oh yeah. We read this press release.
Yeah, right. Okay. It didn't make it on the site. That's weird.
This is a little inside baseball, as it were.
这一波可能是先从欧洲出来的，对吧？就欧洲人更愿意做这些联名啊，或者是用这种方式去做。
我觉得欧洲因为它的土壤是更容易就是 independent 的这种 brand， 然后呢，亚洲呢其实现在新的有钱的一代是愿意买单，因为他愿意听这个后面的故事。
对，美国它更多是它的 club 就是纯粹的，
对，美国就有点 redneck trail running race。
So we just saw like
I mean, I think the communities used to, they like to go like with the same clothes and the same design and stuff, but they used to get like a brand to do their printing, their design, blah blah blah. It depends of if it's a big running club. Usually the brand is who gets closer to the community to sponsor them a little bit. Like Night Runners, I think it's a big club in Europe. I think right now they are with Mizuno or Reebok, but like a small club, they get in touch with a smaller brand, blah blah blah, and then they get the design. And in Spain, in Catalonia, we have like a lot of factories or brands doing this. I see that a lot in cycling as well. Like in Catalonia, you can go with your bike and everybody's with their club, their colors, their design. And there is a big brand doing this. It's Govic. It's a big brand in Spain. Yeah, I usually see this. Yeah, with the partnership with the brand. Honestly, what I get from our audience, the question that I get usually is the performance of the shoe, not the design of the shoe. So they contact us, at least in Spain. I think the people want the shoe for the performance of the shoe.
You know, the growth of trail running apparel in, let's say, China, how much of that is for trail runners? I mean, like, but out of every 10 pairs of trail shoes sold in the US, 9 probably go to people just wearing them around on the weekends, like, or maybe go for some hikes. I mean, but that they're not.
It's everywhere.
I mean, and now it's even more so with like Gorkor, or like street fashion being Arc'teryx and Salomon and that. So.
And I think honestly, it's one of the biggest fight for the brand right now to get to the fashion kind of like
to some of the detriment. I think they risk a lot of like when that bubble pops, they've taken money away from the sports marketing and all of this, and if it switches to some cottage fashion or something, lumberjack fashion, whatever, like
Amish fashion,
but some other thing. Then they've shifted all this into design but also lost their sports marketing. They have fewer athletes, less marketing campaigns behind that. I mean, it's sponsoring less races maybe, and that's happened a lot across the U.S. and I think across Europe too. And,
and they've diluted their brand almost.
Totally. I'm not going to name names, but there's a bunch of. But like they're all talking about which pop star or movie star I literally get press releases about this, or the collab with X person's colorway, and you're just like, oh boy.
Yeah, that's such a short-sighted, approach on their side, I think. And,
like make money while you can, but you could lose a lot in the end.
Yeah, well, they're just trying to hit yearly KPIs for the marketing people. And then